Okay, so this is my monthly coloring summary. This is for 2022, and I had to do this when I was done with all my videos that I was doing. So here is this. This is for March is when I started coloring. I didn't start from the beginning of the year. I started in March, which I did a total of 12 pages. In April, I did a total of 43 pages on my own. In May, I did a total of 50 and 4 were color buddies. In June, I did a total of 92 pages where 14 were color buddies. In July, I did a total of 78 pages where 16 were color buddies. In August, I did a total of 139 pages and 67 were color buddies. In September, I did a total of 83 pages and 36 were color buddies. In October, I did a total of 63 pages where 20 were color buddies. November were 77 pages and 17 were color buddies. December, I did a total of 96 pages and 52 were color buddies. So a total color buddies since March until December was a total of 226 pages, and pages that I did on my own were a total 506 pages, and total pages for everything together is 732 pages. And then a finished book out of my 10 that I decided to pick for my 2022, I completed 5 books out of 10. Which is not that bad. Hopefully this year I can do all 10, but we'll see what happens. Things always change. But yeah, that is my total 732, 5 books completed, and a total of 506 alone pages, and total of color buddies 226. Thank you so much for everybody that has done a color buddy with me. I'm hoping that I can find new friends this year and new color buddies this year, which I am super excited. So now let's go ahead and get started with the completed pages of 2022. Let's go ahead and start with this book right here. This is Girl Power by Christopher Hart. This is the book coloring book that I had decided to buy, and this is when I started in March. This is the first page that I did when I first started. As you guys can see, this is horrible completely. And look at the skin color and everything, how bad it was. I didn't really had a lot of markers. I didn't have a lot of choices to go with. And not only that, this is just horrible. This looked like a little kid's child drawing. But this was my first coloring page that I had completed in this year of 2022. So there's a big difference compared to how I started to how I am coloring now. It's another page. This is a whip that I don't think that I will go back and finish. This is another one completed. I actually use Prismacolors on here and glitter gel pens. Here's another one. Here's another page I completed. I'm not sure if you guys can see the glitter, the shine on the pages. There's another one I completed. Use Prismacolors on here and then alcohol markers on the little ponies. So this is when I first started coloring. I love this one. This is when I first did with acrylic marker on here, and I think I did a very good job with being my first time. Here's another one. So I did work a lot in this book. This is another whip here as well. This is one that I had messed up down here, so I just gave up on it. Here I used, I think it was Crayola for the background. And this one was between me and my husband. He started, and then I did, like, I think it was the socks only, and then he did everything else with acrylic, but we just never finished it, so it's another whip. Fun and Cute Kawaii Coloring Book. This is by Melena Clark. This one is a super fun one to work with. Here's one. There's another one. These are all alcohol markers. On this one, I used glitter. And the glitter that I used was the one that comes in containers. Here's another one. This is part of a scavenger pineapple. My backyard color by number. Got this one. I was testing out some new markers that I have bought from the dollar store. And this is how it turned out. It's okay. Fairy Tale Princess and a Storybook at Darlings by Hannah Lynn. This is Off to the Ball. This one is To Grandmother's House. I used a lot of glitter on this one. Here's this one completed. Pinocchio. This one, Rapunzel's Tower. I used a lot of metallic on this one. And the glitter. And this is Tinkerbell, which I really do love how this one turned out. "50 Ocean" by Camilla Angel Kova. I was doing a color buddy on this book. So it is a good amount of pages here that were done. There's another one. I used a lot of glossy accent on this one. This one, the marker had gone through over here because I forgot to put the thing on the background, on the back of the page. There's another one. Once again, I used glitter. I love how this one turned out. I used a lot of glossy accent and a lot of glitter on their tails. Here's this one. This one was actually almost done halfway through. There's 50 total pages, and we were almost to 23, if I'm not mistaken. This glossy accent on here. Puppies. These pages were all color buddies. I won't be showing the pages because I have them by every month. That's when I show them. There's this one. And this one. Circle of Life, a coloring journey. I really love this coloring book. I completed this page, which I love how this one turned out. This one, in this book, I used Prismacolors. This is a 2-page, and this one took me an entire day-ish and a half. Here's another one I completed. I used metallic for the background, regular acrylic black paint on the background, and then Prismacolors on everything else. Here's another one. I love how this one looks because they used the books on here. This is a 2-page as well. This would took me a full day to complete. I used metallic on the background and then glitter on some of the flowers. And then everything else was Prismacolors or water-based water brush markers. And then here is another one I had completed, and it's going through over here. So I might do this page soon because it's going over. But those are the pages for this book. Pop Manga, Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures. It is by Camila D'Errico. Probably pronouncing it wrong. But this is the first page I had completed. I'm not happy with this page at all. I don't like how it turned out. I used glitter on here as well. I completed this page here. And I used Prismacolors. Here I used acrylic metallic paint in the background. There's another one I completed. And this is the last page I had completed as well. This is acrylic metallic paint. Dreamlings 3 by Edwina McNay. I did this page. And this was with acrylic paint. Completed this with Prismacolors and metallic and acrylic for the butterflies. So it's another one I had completed with Prismacolors. This one, same thing with Prismacolors, glitter, metallic colors. Completed this one. This one with alcohol markers. Completed this one. And the last page was this one right here, which I used alcohol marker. Decora Anime Girls by Coco Wile. This is the first book I got by Coco Wile. I did the first page here with the glitter alcohol marker. This one was done with acrylic paint and metallic. I did this when I first started. This was in March. Completed this one with color pencil. It's another one I finished. This one is also done with acrylic and metallic. And this one was the last one I did on this book, which was in April. Lazy Sunshine's The Bug Maze coloring book. This is over 25 beautiful pages to color, illustrated by Heather Valentine, and this is volume 49. This is the only book I have by this illustrator. I use stickles on here and regular alcohol markers and the glitter gel pens on here. So another one I finished. And this one as well. Here's another one I use stickles, glitter gel pens, alcohol marker. Girls Are Amazing by Jay Summer. This is also the first book I got by Jay Summer. I've done this one. Here's another one. It's a little wrinkly. this one here, and this was actually part of a scavenger hunt. Kawaii Fairy Spring adult coloring book. I worked on this one right here, which I used colored pencils. And then I had finished this one. This is just regular alcohol markers. Whimsy Girls at Work by Hannah Lynn. And this one. I also completed this page. This was part of a scavenger hunt. I did this one where half of my markers were dying on me. I also completed this one. This one, I used a lot of stickles and regular alcohol marker. And then the male woman here. It's the glitter container ones. And this one was pretty fun to do because of the books. Here's another one. This was a color buddy. And then I finished this one here. I used a lot of metallic. And the glitter, the Hoo Hoo glitter markers. Yam Puff Stuff. I really like this illustrator. I like her art. I did a good amount of pages on this book. So another one. This one. I like this color on her hair. There's another one. This one was completed in August. And for all these pages, I had used either Cali art markers, either alcohol, the regular alcohol, and Bayer markers, which I'm not going to continue to buy those. Anime and manga coloring Chibi Animal Girls. I only completed this page, and I have not worked on this book at all. Dreamlinks 2 by Edwina McNay. This was done in April with Christmas color on here. There's another one with glitter, the glitter gel pens, and then regular alcohol marker. This is another one I completed in June. There's another one. And this one was done with acrylic marker. Here's this one. And this one was also completed. And Spooky Coloring Book by Jay Summer. Completed this one. This is the first time I had used soft pastel for the background, and I had messed up very, very bad. And I had also used the paint, the regular school paint glue, so that I can add these on there. This is one that I'm not really happy with. I think I did a pretty bad job for it. This is another one. I also completed this one in April. I used metallic on here, glitter, acrylic paint markers. There's another one, part of a scavenger hunt. This is another one. I love how this one turned out, the color combination and everything. It's another one that I love how it came out. This is another one I completed. This was in August. I try to keep my dates on there just so that I can look back and remember when I had completed these. Here's this one. And this one here. Victorian Dresses Chibi Girls coloring book. I think I'm close to finishing this book soon. Stickles. Another one. I use stickles on here. You can actually feel the bump on it. So that's pretty cool. Finish this one. That's another one. Here, this is where I was having a lot of problems with the buyer markers. They were drying up too quick. By the time I'll go back, it'll just do the line thing. You can see it everywhere, even on the stairs. Here's another one that I don't like. I don't like how her skin color came out. I was trying to do Prismacolors in there. It's this one. My marker here was dying on me. Those were my first sets of marker. This was in May. Here's another one. And then this one here. And the last one was this one. Alice and the Looking Glass coloring book. This is by Sherry Baldy, volume 10. I did this page. I think she came out cute. And I did this one, which I like how it came out. Keepers of the Enchanted Forest. I don't really do a lot on this book, but I did complete it too, which they were both color buddies. Here I was having problems with one of my markers, so I had to switch to the marker. So I don't like how this looks. And then this is another one that I was also having problems with the marker. Happy Mermaids coloring book. I like this one. It's just very simple. I use metallic on here. Here's another one. I had a lot of likes on this one. Just a lot of glitter on here. And glossy accent, metallic color in the background for acrylic. Also completed this one. I used glitter, metallic colors, and the Cagliari markers. There's another one completed in August. I use metallic colors. These are very simple pages. That's why I like it. There's days that I don't want to be coloring a lot of details on a page, so I just pick up these books that are simple. And this is the last page I had worked on in October. Anime Girls with Animals. And this one here. Another one. I really like how this one turned out. I used metallic on here as well. I like how this one turned out. Here is this one, was done in June. I used stickles on here. Here's another page I completed. And this one. For this one, this part right here is actually part of her cape, and I thought it was part of her hair. So I messed up on that one. And this one I completed this one in July. There's another page. For this one, when I was doing the skateboard, I forgot to put the paper behind it and it had gone through. Here's this one. Another one, and the last page is this one right here, which was part of a scavenger hunt in June. Sherry Baldy, my bestie. This is volume 3, Fairy Time. Here is this one. So work on this page. I like how this one turned out, but my marker was dying. There's another one. There's a cute froggy. I used stickles on here. Completed this one. I don't know why I didn't continue doing this whole soft pastel all over the page, but I only did it here. And then I did this page here. 50 Autumn by Camilla Angelkova. Just the little mouses here. Once again, I use Cali art markers on here. On some pages, I use glossy accent, or either stickles or the acrylic, the white acrylic outline pen. I'll also use metallic. I also use glitter gel pens for these pages. This was a Color Buddy. It's another one. Here's this one. This is glossy accent right here. Here's another one. My marker was dying on me. I used a lot of glitter on here. There's another page. I had used a Hoo Skin Colors for them. This one, I used stickles. I had a lot of likes on this one on Instagram. Used metallic on here. This is part of a scavenger hunt. Here's another one. A lot of metallic on here. Here's another one done in April. Little two cute bunnies. And the last one was this one. I outlined it with stickles on here. Victorian Darlings by Hannah Lynn. I did a few pages on here. Completed this one in May. I completed this one in June. This one was in October. This one I completed in October as well. I used a Hoo glitter. This one in May. And then this one I completed in July. I used stickles for the snow because I didn't have no white pen at the moment. And then this one I completed in July. April Amber, Chibi Girls. This is Little Horrors. This one was done in June. This one in May. I used stickers on here. This one was done in August. And this one was completed in October. Kawaii Witch. This is by Larissa May. This one was done in May. This one in June. This one was in June as well. This one was done in May. This was a Halloween in July hashtag. And I completed this one in July. And on the last page was done in October. Chibi Girls, this one is a volume 2. And I only did one page on this book, and this was done in September. Chibi Girls, volume 1. And same thing, I only completed one page, and this one was done in September. Spring Walk by Rita Berman. Completed this page in September. Completed this one in August. This one I completed in October. Really love how this one turned out. And then the last page was done in September. Kawaii Fantasy by Ava Brown. This one was done in June. I used a lot of glitter gel pens on this one. This one was done in August. Completed this page in June. Has stickers on there. You can actually feel the bumps on there, which I think is pretty cool. This one was done in June. This one also in June. Kawaii Astro Girl by Coco Weil. This page, which is the title one. This was done in August. I mean the nameplate. Completed this one in August. This one was done in July. This one I completed in September. I used glossy accent on there. And then this one was completed in July. This was a Color Buddy I had completed, and it was the first page I worked on when I first got this book. Sherry Baldy Land of Oz coloring book. I completed this one, which is in July. Got stickers on there. And then I completed this one in August. Stickles, glossy accent, glitter. Whimsical Beauties. This one's by Ava Brown. Completed this page in May. This one was in May as well. Not sure if you guys can see the glitter. This one is another one I completed in May as well. This one was done in August. This one was completed in June. And then this one was completed in June as well as part of a scavenger hunt. Dream Girl, this is the only hardcover that I have, and I only worked on one page, which is this one right here, and I completed this one in September. Appreciated coloring book by J Summer Cute Fairies. Completed this one in September. And this one in October. Precious Moments coloring book. I completed this one part of a scavenger hunt, the coconut, in August. And this one was completed in October. Back to School by Sherry Baldy. Completed this one in August. And this one was done in October. Her big toes. Chibi Girls coloring book. This one I had completed it like it's done completely. So I'm just gonna go through it really quick. This one's done in May, June. This one's done June. This is July, June, and June. May, June, June. This was in June for a scavenger hunt. This was in July. I had asked on Instagram for a 5-color palette, and Ashley was the one that gave me the 5-color, which was black, red, purple, white, and gold. This was done in July. July, July, July. This one was in July. This one was in June. This is when I first ended up getting this, what do you call that? The pastel colors from Ahuhu. And this was in July. July, July, and that's it. Delightful Time by Thay Song. This is also completed, so I'm just gonna go through it really quick. April, finishes in April. This was in April, May, June, and these are all Cagliari markers. Stickles. This was in July. I like how this one turned out. July, August. This was in August. 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 This one got messed up. This was in August as well. This was in June. I used a lot of stickles outline here. This was in August. This was in May. August. August. August again. Once again, August. This was in July and August. August. This one was in August as well. I like how this one turned out. In August. I think the rest of them are all in August. I really wanted to finish this book. And that's the last one. Chibi Girls, Volume 1, April Amber. I also completed this book. This was in June, April, April. This was in June. Here was in May. This page was a color buddy in June. This was in June as well. The marker went through on her face. This was in June. June. This was in May. In June. June. I was trying to do like acrylic in the background, but I didn't like how it turned out. So it's in May. May. In April. This was a color buddy in June. April. Scavenger hunt in June. Color buddy in June. I like how this one turned out. Color buddy in June as well. In June. June. This was a color buddy in June. This was in June. This one, a color buddy in June as well. This was in June. June as well. Color buddy in June. I did a lot of stickles on here as an outline. This was color buddy in June. This was a color buddy in June. This was a color buddy in August. This was in July. Color buddy. Another color buddy in August. Color buddy in August. This was a color buddy in July. In July. Once again, I will not be showing the color buddies. They are in my completed pages for every month. You will find them there. Color buddy in August. Another color buddy in August. This was in June, color buddy as well. This was color buddy in July. This was in July. Color buddy in August. Color buddy in August. Color buddy in August. Color buddy in July. This was part of a scavenger hunt in June. This was part of a scavenger hunt in July. This was in July. This was a color buddy on August. This was done in August. I like the first one that I did better. This was in August. This one was in August as well. This one was completed in August. Looks way better than the first one. This one brings double. This one was color buddy in June. All green. This is a color buddy in July. Color buddy in July. Color buddy in August. This is another color buddy in July. Color buddy in August. Color buddy in August as well. Chibi Girls J Summer. This one's also completed. So this was done in June. In June as well. This was a color buddy in June. It was with 2 people. This was done in June. September. I didn't want to do the background for this one, so I just did the chibi. This was in July. This one was in August. This was a color buddy in August. Another color buddy in August as well. I like how this one turned out. August. Color buddy in August. Color buddy also in August. I was trying to help 2 people finish this book. This was a color buddy with two people in June. This one was a process. It took me forever. This one's a color buddy in August. This is another color buddy in August. This was a color buddy as well in August. This was a color buddy in May. Color buddy in May. That's when I first started my color buddies. Color Buddies in August. This was a Color Buddy in September. Color Buddy in August. This was another Color Buddy in September. And this one was in September. I did the same thing, just did one color in the background, just focus on the chibi. This was a Color Buddy in August. And then here a second copy of it. So Color Buddy in August. This was a Color Buddy August. I think these were just between August and September. So I don't have to keep repeating myself. So this was one of my goals to finish this book. This was a Color Buddy. This one was also a Color Buddy. This was Color Buddy. I like how the color combination for this one. This was a Color Buddy. This one was also a Color Buddy. This one I left the background how it was and just focused on the chibi and the horse. This was a Color Buddy. Color Buddy in this one too. I think this one looks way better than the first one. This is a Color Buddy as well. Here my marker had died and I had to use another one. Then it looked like the smoke was coming out really bad out of the ship. So it still looks okay. This one I didn't want to do the whole entire background, so I just stayed with one color, the green color on here. And I think it came out pretty good. Simple, but this was a Color Buddy. This one was a Color Buddy, which I did the same thing and left the background how it was. Color Buddy as well. This was also Color Buddy. This one I just focused on the chibi. This was a Color Buddy. Just focus on the chibi. This is a Color Buddy where my marker was dying for the skin marker. This is a Color Buddy. Another Color Buddy here. And a Color Buddy as well. And that's the last page for this one. 50 Romantic by Camilla and Jakova. I only worked on one page on this one, which is this one right here. And this one was done in October. 50 Easter by Camilla and Jakova. It's the only one I completed in October. Chibi Girls. Completed this one part of a scavenger hunt in August. And this one was done in October. Chibi Girls Volume 2. This is the black background color by number for adults, color Custopia. I only completed this page and this was in October. I used stickles for the white area. Sherry Baldy, Christmas Cottage. Only completed one, and this was in September. I don't think I used glossy accent. No. Sherry Baldy Magical Winter Adult Coloring. I only completed one, and this was in September. 50 Safari by Camilla Angel Kova. This was a Color Buddy in August. Scavenger Hunt in August. Color Buddy in August. Color Buddy in September. I used a lot of glitter on this one. This was a Color Buddy in September. Color Buddy in August. Color Buddy in August as well. I love how this one turned out. Color Buddy in August. Color Buddy in September. Color Buddy in August. Color Buddy in September. Color Buddy in August. This was in November. Color Buddy in September. Color Buddy in August. And this was done in November, which I used a metallic for the zebra. Super Cute Chibi Volume 1 by Van Ali. I did this one in November. I think they were all done in November. This is like Alice in Wonderland. This was September. And this one was in November. And the last one was in November. Down on the Farm. I love this coloring book. This is by Sherry Baldy as well. This one was done in September. In November. This was in November. My daughter had picked out the outfit for this one. I know I showed this one in another video. My November completed pages. This one was done in November as well. I love this book because it has thick lines. Nice Little Town by Tanya Bogema. I think I'm saying it right. I completed this one in September. This one was in November. In November, I love the color combination with yellow and red. And then this one was done in November. Whimsical Darlings Everyday Magic. This was done in October. November. I like how she came out. November. November. So another one completed in November. In November as well. And November. Chibi Girls for Pretty Girls, Volume 1. I think I only have 7 pages left out of this book and I'll be done with this one. This one was completed in July. In August. So then August. Very simple Chibi Girls with simple backgrounds. So it's in July. Was a Color Buddy in August. This was done in July. This was in August. Color Buddy in August. This was in September. November. Was completed in November as well. So this one was in November and November. 50 Farmers by Camilla Angel Kova. Completed this one in July. This was a Color Buddy in August. This is another Color Buddy in August as well. This was part of a scavenger hunt in August. This was in November. This was a Color Buddy in June. I really like how this one turned out. This was done in August. This one's prompt 9. This was part of his scavenger hunt in September. This was a color buddy in August. This was also a color buddy with someone else in June. This was a color buddy in August. I like how this one turned out. I used a lot of glossy accent and glitter. Yikes. This was part of a scavenger hunt in September. This was part of another scavenger hunt in September as well. This was a color buddy in September. Scavenger hunt in August. I used a lot of stickles on this one. Color buddy in July. I love this page. This was done in July. This one in November. Color buddy in August. Color buddy in August. This was part of a scavenger hunt in September. Yeah, and this one was done in November. Magic Fairies coloring book. And this one was done in September. This was in June. Got stickles on here. This one was in June as well. In July. November. This was in November as well. November. In November. And I love how this one turned out, and this was completed in November as well. 50 is Summer by Camila and Jakova. Completed this one in September. I love how this one turned out. This was done in September. The little cute puppy in November. This was a color buddy in August. This was part of a scavenger hunt in July. This is a color buddy as well in August. A lot of glitter on there. Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays by Hannah Lynn. Completed this one in September. This was in October. This one was in September. In November. And this one was in October, which I like how it turned out. Mythical Matings by Hannah Lynn. Completed this one in September. October. September. In October. October. And this one was in November. 50 Younger by Camila and Jakova. This was in April. I think this was the first book I got from Camilla and Jacoba. This was in April. In April. I used Prismacolors on these pages. A lot of glitter. This was in April. This was in April. This was in April. April. This was done in June. June as well. This was in May. In June. Here I was using a one color and then it died on me. I had to switch it. I like how this one turned out. This was done in June. This was in June. I think this was a how many coloring page I can complete in 12 hours. That's why a lot of them are from June. This was in June as well. I do have the video on my playlist. There's another one in June. This is my least favorite page. It was completed in July. This was in July. This was in April with Prismacolors. This was in April. This was in November. This one was part of a scavenger hunt in June. This was in November. Scavenger hunt in July. This was completed in November. And this was done in November as well. Fairy and Fantasy, Christine Karen Grayscale. This one was done in September. In June. This one was part of a butterfly in June. Hashtag in July. And I like how this one turned out. This was in June. Scavenger hunt in June. This was in November. This is one of my favorite ones. This one, my daughter had picked out the colors in November. This one was in July. This was my first page I did on this book. This was in June. And it was with Prismacolors. And this one was in November. Steampunk Woman with Animals. This one was in August. This one was in June. In August. This was in May. November. November. And this one was in May, and it was my first page for this book, and this was with Prismacolors. Homes in the Neighborhood. This one I worked on this page. Was in June. This one was in June. In September. In July. Don't ask me what I was doing in this page, but this is horrible. This was in November. and November. Mystery Messiah color by number. This one is Cute Animals. Now I'm completed 2 on this page, on this book. This is in November and September. 50 Spring by Camila Angelkova. July, but I had messed up the nameplate, so I had to cover it up. This was in November. I really don't like this one. I don't know if it's the colors or I don't know. And then this one was in November as well. Huge Hedgehog coloring book. This was in August. This is a very simple book. Not a lot of details. November. Something very simple. November. I did a lot of pages in November for a lot of these books. This was in November. Last one was in November. Whimsy Girls Around the World by Hannah Lynn. Here is this one. This is in July. This was in October, color buddy with RU's Artsy Corner. This one also a color buddy with RU's Artsy Corner. In November we completed this page. And this was in October. This is RU's Artsy Corner as well. We did a color buddy with her. If you guys hear anything in the background, that's my heater turning on. This one is also a color buddy. This was done in July. Color buddy in September. Same person, RU's Artsy Corner. This is a book that we're working on. This was completed in August. This one was in August as well. And this was in September. Chibi Christmas by Jay Summer. I have a few pages in here I completed. This was in November. Color buddy. November, color buddy with Ashley. Color buddy with Ashley in November as well. Once again, the same person in November. Color buddy in November. I love how this one turned out. November. I love this book. So cute. And the last page, color buddy in November as well. 50 Winter by Camila Angelkova. This was done in August. This was part of a scavenger hunt, Prompt 6 Lollipop. This was the one I chose. And then this one was done in October. Just a good amount of glitter on there. In Whimsy Girls Christmas, I did this one in October. 50 Winter Time by Camila Angelkova. This is the Mandalas one. And this one was completed in September. And here I used a lot of glitter gel pens on this one. Country Chibis by Alexandra Francis. This was done in October. And this one was a color buddy in November with Joanna Danielle. Enchanted Christmas, Creative Haven by Teresa Goodrich. I did this one. This was the first one I did, and it was in June. And I don't like how I did the background, which is in black. And then I completed this one in August. This page was done in December, so you guys will be seeing that in my completed pages in December. So I won't be showing those in this video. 50 Christmas by Camilla Angel Kova. This was done in August. This one was done in August as well. Used a lot of glossy accent on here. This one was done in August. And then this one was part of a scavenger hunt, The Acorn, and it was done in September. 50 Vacation by Camilla Angel Kova. This was color buddy with Ashley. This was in September. I love this type of color, vibrant. Calls my attention. This was done in September as well. And here I ended up doing the green in the inside and the red in the outside. And it was the other way around. Oh, geez. Finished this one in September. This one was in September as well. September. Such a little cutie penguin. This was in October. This was in October as well. This was in October. November. And the last page, November. I didn't like how I did this in the background. Should have just left it how it was. Now for the Disney books, all the pages I did of 2022 are these two pages here. So it's in November and in November, and I think I have a speed video on these. I'm not sure if it's both of them, but yeah, I completed these two. Babies, this is the circle one. I did both these pages, October and October. And this was in October. And you guys will see this one. You guys seen this one in my completed pages. Princess, I did a few good amount of pages in here, which is in these two here. This is in September and September. And September, I really love how this one turned out. I think I did such a really good job on this one. October, I completed this one, and this one I completed in September. This was in November, and this one was in September. And then I don't think I showed this one on my December completed pages. So here's my December completed pages. I completed this one. This one was in September. Okay. Mickey and Co. This is the circle one. And I did these two. I'm not happy with this one. I know I did it wrong. This was in November and November. So those are all the pages I completed in the month of 2022. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and I see you guys on my next video.